I've seen many people saying that Firefly is power creeping Acheron and that she's stronger than her. I believe this isn't true, and today I'll prove why Acheron will remain as the strongest DPS long term. Hello people, today I'll shit talk Firefly since I think that people are overhyping her. This doesn't mean that she isn't strong, she definitely is, but Queen Acheron is way better. Anyways, let's get started. Firstly, Acheron teams are way more flexible than Firefly's. Firefly's best team is Harmony Trailblazer, Gallagher and Wanmei, which is ironic since she tried to clone the swarm that literally killed everyone on her planet. If you replace Wanmei or Gallagher with other harmonies like Asta or Bronya, or other sustain like Fuxian or Huahua, it will significantly decrease her damage output, making her really depend on her allies to beat the ass of the enemy the way Queen Acheron does. Meanwhile, Acheron doesn't have only one best team, since she shines regardless of her teammates, as long as they contribute in giving her /dream stacks. Although her kit does restrict her team building, she doesn't depend on 3 units, unlike some certain Stellaron Hunter. She can use any Nihility units since all of them apply debuffs on the enemy, and can even use other units, such as other harmonies or units that apply debuffs to the enemy, such as Boothill or Dr. Ratio with their skills. Naturally, these aren't her best teams, but they still perform surprisingly well regardless. Secondly, Acheron is way more likely to get buffs than Firefly. There's already 2 buffers for break teams, one to make the toughness breaking faster, and another one to provide more damage after breaking. So Hoyo probably won't release any other support for break for a long time. They also have their dedicated healer, and although he's a 4-star, I don't think they'll power creep him, mainly because they don't make many healers, especially limited ones. And the other 4-star Abundance Lynx has a special taunt that hasn't been Powercrept yet, and she became playable almost 1 year ago. On the other hand, Acheron will be buffed with every Nihility character that's released. Heck, she'll literally get buffed with a certain fox in the next version. She'll also get buffed with future relic sets for supports. For example, there may be a relic set that increases effect hit rate, which will help most of her potential teammates, since many of them need it to guarantee applying debuffs on the enemies. Finally, Firefly has a lot more competition, since there are a lot of break DSP. Not only there's Boothill, who is specifically designed to be a break DPS, but there are other characters who can be break DPS too, such as Himiko, Luca, Welt, and others. On the other hand, although Acheron is a crit-based DPS like most of the characters, she's unique since her damage is based on her ultimate. Although Argenti's damage also comes from his ultimate, it's much more difficult and slower to get it, unlike Acheron that can easily get /dream stack with the right units. In conclusion, Acheron is a way better investment than Firefly for the future, and has way more potential to get even stronger.